Welcome to RNS Podcast. This is Dylan, and I'm here with my co-host,
Evan.
There you go.
Yep.
Today we're going to talk about classic 1999 Happy Madison production, Big Daddy.
Did it have the Happy Madison logo in front?
I hope so.
I mean, you're probably right. I don't remember seeing Happy Madison.
This might be pre-Happy Madison. I don't remember.
Is it? I don't know. I feel like it.
We're off to a good start.
Not, right? No,
I don't know. But either way, yeah, classic Adam Sandler. I have no idea who the director is.
Dennis Dugan.
Is it?
It is Dennis Dugan.
Who is he?
I don't know. It said Dennis Dugan at the end.
Well, it's Dennis Dugan. He must know something.
Huh?
He must know something about directing, you know?
I mean...
He must be pretty good.
I feel like Adam Sandler probably directed this movie.
That's kind of, yeah. That's kind of the vibe I get from, like, every Adam Sandler movie.
Yeah.
It's like... There's probably, like, the director does certain things.
Besides, like, Uncut Gems.
That
Or, like, Punch Drunk Love, things like that.
Yeah, but he had to focus his talent specifically on acting.
Of course, yeah.
Evan.
Yeah.
He's a jack of all trades.
I agree. And
a master of all of them.
Well, we haven't even mentioned that we're doing Adam Sandler.
Oh!
Tember.
Yeah, first of all, we're doing Big Daddy, but Sandler-Tember, we've carefully selected 4 of Adam Sandler's most notable films, right?
Yeah, I suppose so.
Am I right or am I right?
Yeah.
Should we spoil them, what they are? You want to talk about the set list?
Should we, or should we just wait as they come out? Keep them on their toes?
Well, let's just say what we're doing next week. What are we doing next week?
No, keep them on their toes. Surprise them.
Okay, well...
That's my opinion, eh?
All right, we can go with that. No, we can go with that.
Well.
So, well, let's say generally, we've chosen 2 that we consider good.
Okay.
And 2...
Well, the next week's I haven't seen, so is it good?
Well,
I don't know.
There's 2 that we haven't seen. Both of us haven't seen.
Yeah.
That are supposed to be bad. And then 2 we have seen that are good.
Is the one next week bad?
I don't know what the fuck we're watching next week.
You don't know?
I don't remember.
You forgot?
No.
Oh.
I don't remember.
I'll censor it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, no, that's supposed to be bad.
Oh, I feel like people...
It's mixed, but it's like, that's one of the first ones I think where people were like, oh, Adam Sandler sucks now.
Oh. Well, I feel like they've been saying that.
Well, old.
Yeah.
It's old as hell. Oh, you can't say that.
No, I'll censor it.
Okay, censor it. Censor it with a ghoulish scream.
Yeah. Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah. But anyways, we picked 2 good ones, 2 bad ones. And we'll keep you on your toes and we'll watch them along with you.
I don't know if it's bad, though. Next week.
It's allegedly...
Because, like, this is considered bad, too. But is it good?
No, Big Daddy's not considered bad.
Yeah, it is.
Maybe by fucking idiots.
Oh, I'm just saying, like...
Maybe by fucking dumbasses.
Almost all of his movies are considered bad.
No.
That's my point.
All his comedies are...
They all have a certain following.
I don't know. I mean, they're considered...
But I like this movie.
It's a great movie.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah, it's a great movie.
Yes, thank you.
But anyways, you want to get into Big Daddy?
Yeah.
You want to start talking about Big Daddy?
Yeah. Also, we should mention, because we didn't, September was chosen because it's in birthday month.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. When is his birthday?
I don't fucking know.
What day? You don't know?
What a start. It's our Adam month if we don't know anything about it.
I might as well look it up. I might as well. Adam Sandler.
Do you want to talk about your history with Adam Sandler?
Sure.
Maybe that's a good way to start talking about Adam-Tember.
His birthday is September 9th, 1966.
It's coming up. It's coming up real soon.
So there you go.
It's coming up.
I think this will come out right before that.
Yeah.
So that's pretty sweet.
Pretty sweet.
That's pretty sweet. Happy birthday, Adam. I hope you're watching this. I bet you are. So.
Yeah. And happy birthday, Andy, too, because your birthday was a few days ago.
Yeah, from the time we were recording this. Happy birthday, Andy. Great. But yeah, so my history with Adam Sandler is that I used to watch his movies a lot as a little boy.
Did you?
I did.
You were a big fan?
Well, mostly this. I liked Mr. Deeds. Mr. Deeds is epic. All right. I watched Waterboy a few times when I was a kid. I never liked that one for some reason. I like this one and Mr. Deeds. And then what else? Eight Crazy Nights I watched when I was like 7.
You like that one a lot, right?
It's that this movie I think holds up.
Mm-hmm.
Big Daddy holds up, and if you think it doesn't, then you're a fucking like you're stupid. But Eight Crazy Nights like does not. It's not good, but I still like it.
I haven't seen it. So.
I still like it to a degree, but it's not good.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And then what else? Just like him, videos of him screaming and stuff.
Oh, those are good.
Yeah, Adam Sandler is just like a really awesome, cool guy.
Yeah.
And, you go through phases in your life where you're like, oh, Adam Sandler's not cool, but then you realize that he is cool.
Yeah.
And you realize that big basketball shorts and Superman t-shirts.
Well, he dresses awesome.
You just realize that you need to just dress like that.
Yeah.
And you just, it kind of falls into place.
I agree.
What is your storied history with Adam Sandler?
My storied history with
yeah.
Adam Sandler? Well, I was, like, as a child, I never liked Adam Sandler when I was a kid. Yeah, because, like, so my dad always watched Adam Sandler movies. He had, like, so many Adam Sandler movies on DVD, including Big Daddy. But Big Daddy was one I actually did enjoy. I watched as a kid. But for the most part, I did not like him because, like, I was always like, oh, these movies are fucking stupid. Yeah. That's what I thought as a kid. Like, my dad, I'm like, yeah, I was like, if my dad owns it, probably bad. That's what I thought.
Oh, yeah, and Billy Madison. Billy Madison is also a classic.
Yeah. I forgot which one. Like, my dad had, like, the one with him and, who is it? Like, Damon Wayans or something? Where they're, like, police officers.
That's, like, his first movie.
Is it? I don't know.
I think that's his first movie. I know what you're talking about, but I have not seen that one.
Well, he has that one. Like, the one where he's a football player. I don't remember the fucking... Like,
the longest yard.
Yeah, The Longest Yard. Big Daddy. A few other... Spanglish. He had a lot of...
I never liked The Longest Yard, and I never liked Waterboy.
Did you like Spanglish, though?
And I never heard of Spanglish.
Oh, well, Adam Sandler's in it.
Well, I'll have to watch that.
And I was always like, yeah, I don't like Adam. My dad likes him, so I don't like him. They always just seem really bad to me. But I did enjoy Big Daddy because I watched that very young. And I saw it many times as a child. And I haven't seen it in a few years. So this was my... Well, more than a few years. I probably haven't seen it in, like, over 10 years.
Yeah, I haven't sat down and watched the whole thing. I've seen it and, like, kept it, like, I was, like, making dinner. And then, like, it happened to be on TV. So I just left it on the TV.
Yeah.
But I actually, like, sit down and watch it. I haven't watched the whole thing in probably... like 10 years, or something like that.
And then, I feel like Adam Sandler, he had, like, a resurgence in my life later.
Yeah.
Around high school. Middle school or high school. When there were these memes of, celebrities and what they were like in high school. I don't know if you know where I'm going with this.
Yes, I do. Continue.
Should I continue?
Yes, go ahead.
So there was one of Adam Sandler. It said, corny dude. Makes the class like had to stay in because he's like trying to be funny. I don't even remember exactly what it said, but somehow we associated that meme with Dylan.
Yeah, somehow it became that way. Yeah, somehow, right. But it was one of those things where it was like it had a picture of like Chris Farley and Jack Black and and each one was like, oh, the popular kid, fucking, and then that one, it was like the quote unquote funny kid. And it would be like he's too loud, so like the teacher makes you stay inside during recess, and they're like, this is Dylan, rah, rah.
And then like after that, we started associating Adam Sandler with Dylan.
Great origin story.
And then also Dylan would do the classic Adam Sandler screams.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So then so he kind of came back to my life around that time. And then also around that time, I had saw Punch Drunk Love, which people quite like a lot. Yeah, I was never crazy about it. I really like Paul Thomas Anderson. That was why I had watched it, because I was watching his movies, and it was good. But at the time, I was not like crazy about it. I haven't seen it since high school. I like Paul Thomas Anderson a lot though, but I had watched it for that reason. I'll have to revisit that eventually. Or is it soon? I don't know. No spoilers. Who knows? But and then of course Uncut Gems.
Great movie.
And we were like, whoa.
Well, I didn't mention Punch Drunk Love either. That's like, besides Uncut Gems, that was like the last Adam Sandler movie I saw, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Like, because what I mean is, like, that was like the most modern one I had seen, because like, all his movies from, I don't know, early 2000s on, I just skipped. I did see Hotel Transylvania, I guess.
You saw Click, right?
I saw Click, so I don't know. But that was like the last new one I saw before Uncut Gems.
Yeah.
Like, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
I don't know if that makes sense.
But I remember when Jack and Jill came out, and like I saw people saying it's like one of the worst movies ever.
I didn't even think about seeing it.
Yeah, I didn't see it.
I didn't even think about seeing it.
I just remember seeing like the clips of Al Pacino in it, and shit. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, he says,
I think it came out when we were like 6th grade or something.
Yeah, around there.
Something like that.
Around there. Maybe a little bit older.
Yeah, and it like around that time, and like when Grown Ups came out, it was around the same few years. I was just like, Jesus Christ, he's in some really bad shit.
Grown Ups is kind of based.
Oh, is it? It always looked terrible to me, but who knows? I didn't see it.
I will say this. From what I've seen of Jack and Jill, Grown Ups is much better.
I mean, I would not be surprised. Yeah. Jack and Jill is infamously bad.
From what I've seen of Jack and Jill, yeah. Grown Ups is better than Click, probably, too.
People, oh, really?
Yeah, people act like Click is good, but it's not. Yeah.
Well, yeah, so there you go. Adam Sandler. There's some, my little bit of Adam Sandler history.
But I remember when so I wanted to mention about Punch Drunk Love.
Mm-hmm.
When I first saw that, I was like, damn, like, good for Adam. You know?
Yeah.
He's in, like, a real movie.
Yeah.
And then, I never thought that would come back.
Oh, actually, that made me think, though. There's actually another one with Adam Sandler that I really liked that I saw around the same time. I saw Punch Drunk Love. The Wedding Singer.
Oh, The Wedding Singer.
Yeah,
yes.
I think that's a really great movie.
That's a classic.
Yeah, that's a great
classic.
One. Yeah.
I can't believe I forgot to mention that one.
That's cool. It's good. It's good.
So he has some bangers.
He does have some bangers.
Does he or does he not?
But you know what? That's what we all have, right?
Well, I have a little fun fact.
Oh, okay.
I did a bit of research.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And this is actually Adam Sandler's highest grossing movie of all time, domestically.
Big Daddy?
Until Hotel Transylvania.
Yeah, I was gonna say it made more money than Hotel Transylvania.
It made more than the first one, but the second one beat it in America.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know about the global box office, but I'm sure they're probably the same.
Yeah.
You know. But yeah, so highest grossing live action movie to date is still Big Daddy.
Interesting. Didn't know that.
How about?
Didn't know that. Didn't expect that.
How about that?
I'm surprised.
How about that?
Yeah. Well, what a way to kick off Adam Sandler-Tember.
Yeah, with his best film.
Yeah.
Definitively.
I would say so.
Yeah. Evan.
JK.
I don't want to spoil something. Never mind.
What are you gonna spoil?
Your Letterboxd review.
Hmm?
Your Letterboxd score.
Oh, we can spoil it.
Evan gave it 3 stars.
Yeah, it's a 3-star movie.
That's fucking ridiculous.
3 stars isn't bad.
That's fucking ridiculous.
It's a good movie.
Yeah. It's better than fucking 3 stars, Evan, but whatever.
My bad.
This is a 5-star picture.
Okay. Even though you didn't have it at 5 stars until after we watched.
Well, I tell you what, watching it, Evan, it renewed me.
Oh, okay.
It refreshed my mind and my palate. And I said, you know what, this is a great film. And there's nothing that can take that away from me.
Yeah, it's a good one.
That's a great one.
So, how do you want to start out talking about Big Daddy?
I guess I'll give you a bit of a synopsis.
Okay.
So, in the year 1999, Sonny Koufax he's a layabout.
Maybe it takes place in 98, because there's a time skip at the end. A year ahead. So maybe it takes place in 98.
Well, what if
Did you think about that?
What if it takes place in 98 because it was filmed in 98 and then the time skip is the 99?
Yeah, exactly. So, you mean in the year 1998?
In the late 90s, Sonny Koufax.
Yes.
He's a bit of a layabout, He's a bit lazy. He's a roommate with Jon Stewart's character, which is Kevin Garrity, right?
Kevin Garrity.
And they are, his group of friends are lawyers, but he's not a lawyer because, like I said, he's a bit of a layabout.
But he did go to law school.
He did go to law school, but he's kind of a dropout. He just works 1 day a week at a toll booth.
Well, I don't think he dropped out. He did graduate.
Did he?
Yeah.
Oh, good for him.
Yeah, he didn't drop out.
Oh, yeah, because then he would have had to finish law school for the end of the movie.
Yeah.
Spoilers. either way, Evan, his more successful roommate is going on a trip to China.
Mm-hmm.
And he stays at home, and then a little boy is delivered to him.
Yes.
And then there's some nutty things that go on as a result of this.
There are some nutty things that go on.
Yeah.
Because of this. You're correct.
Yeah, breaking and entering, fraud,
peeing on buildings,
kidnapping, public urination,
vomiting,
pooping, farting.
Yeah.
Aggressively hitting on women.
Yeah.
There's a whole lot going on.
There is a lot going on.
Yeah, so
it's a very layered film.
So Evan, what is the nuttiest fucking moment in this movie?
The nuttiest moment
in
this movie?
What's the nuttiest moment in this freaking movie? Well, also we should mention Dylan Cole Sprouse. Dylan plays the little boy, Julian.
Yeah, they do.
And they're wonderful.
Oh, they're wonderful.
Wonderful little children.
Yeah.
Are they not?
I actually don't really like them in this role, I'll be honest.
There's
I feel like it's like they're like they're like be adorable.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that really annoys me.
I kind of felt that.
Like his voice.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
I never, even as like a little kid, I never liked the way he's like, I'll develop a stutter.
Yeah.
Like there's a few moments like that where I just like, ugh.
Shut up.
Yeah. There's a few moments like that. There's a few moments like that.
Maybe, but it's not their fault. I'll say that. It's probably the direction.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, they're like,
it's like Tom Holland Spider-Man.
Well, no, I hate Tom Holland, but
you know what I mean. Like act like a baby.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, sorry to mention superhero again, Evan. But regardless of that, what is the nuttiest moment?
When he poop. When he poop.
That doesn't happen.
When he poop.
What about when Adam Sandler throws that guy's French fries?
That was pretty nutty.
That's nutty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But do you think that's the nuttiest moment? You brought it up. So.
I don't know. Like peeing on the building is nutty. What else is nutty?
Probably like assaulting random citizens with
sticks. Just throwing the sticks. Yeah, that one's pretty funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
No, also like when he breaks into that guy's house.
That's pretty bad.
Yeah, that's nutty. And he robs him.
Yeah.
He takes his Rolex.
No, he gave it to him.
He intimidates him into giving him his Rolex.
He did give it to him.
Yeah. So that's pretty funny. Anyways, so Evan, what would you say is the heart of this movie?
What do you mean by that?
What's the heart of the movie?
Well, what do you mean by that? What is the heart of the movie?
If this movie were a living being, what would be the heart that pumps blood into it?
I don't understand the question.
Veins.
What does that mean?
It's a relationship between Sonny and Julian.
Oh, okay.
I guess.
Yeah. Okay.
Good. Now, when I was a kid, this movie, the one reason I really liked it is because it reminded me of my Aunt Stacy.
Why?
Just because she's like, cause Adam Sandler's like the fun uncle or whatever, kind of basically. And it just reminded me of that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, like how?
Because Stacy, she'd be like, "Oh, Dylan, come to this bar with me as a 5-year-old." Yeah, I don't know, shit like that. She did bring me to Hooters literally when I was a little baby.
Oh, we can talk about Hooters.
I love Hooters.
Yeah. Hooters is obviously a big part of this movie.
Huge part.
They demean Hooter workers.
Yeah, I was thinking about that upon this viewing, Evan.
Yeah.
Is that why would Hooters let them do this? Because not only
they're already a demeaning company, so they're just like, yeah, whatever.
I guess they kind of know their place as oh, this isn't a career.
Yeah.
This is something you do to get through college or whatever.
Yeah.
But the fact that Adam Sandler continuously demeans this woman for having worked at Hooters to get through law school, and then at the end of the movie, it's portrayed as a karmic, terrible fate.
She's a doctor, isn't she?
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
I don't think she went to law school.
Yeah. Whatever.
Yeah.
Anyways, and then at the end of the movie, it's portrayed as a terrible fate.
Yeah.
to wind up working at Hooters, and then the brand is all over the movie.
It is a terrible fate. Just kidding. No, it's not, because the old guy has a 10-year plan.
That's part of the plan. That's why he was so happy.
Yeah.
He wasn't bothered. He was happy.
This is step one.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, I mean, she got to stick with it.
That's a good film.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what else?
What else?
I like when he says Capitiller.
Yeah, me too.
You like that?
Yeah.
Yeah. What about when he brings the kids to Yoo-Hoo's?
Oh, that was awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He says, "You booze, you lose, kid." That part always confused me when I was a little kid. And I guess looking at it now, in retrospect, it's like it was supposed to be like a sweet moment where he took the girl's advice really seriously about not wanting his friends to be like bad kids.
Yeah.
But it's like Adam, like they're 5, like they don't know about that.
Yeah.
But even as a little kid, I was like, this is like retarded.
What do you mean?
Why are you doing this?
Well, that kind of I kind of want to talk about that. Like, it kind of feeds into the brand of comedy of Adam Sandler, and I feel like that's a lot throughout this whole movie. It's just kind of nonsensical bullshit.
Kinda.
If you know what I mean.
Kinda. I mean, I feel like it has a decent flow to it. I guess.
Well, what do you mean?
Like, just like it's like, oh, I like the kid. Oh, I want to get rid of the kid. I want to keep the kid, actually. I don't know.
No, I don't mean like the plot. I just mean like the comedy itself. Like his brand of comedy. At least at this time.
I don't think it's all nonsense. It is like abrasive. But for me, there's only a few moments that I'm like, what the fuck? Like, because it's like, why would a guy ever do that? And then the part where Julian kills like 100 animals.
Yeah.
On the porch, that doesn't even like play. You know.
It isn't great. That moment is kind of weird. I agree.
It's very weird.
I don't like that.
When I was a kid, I was like, this is weird.
Yeah.
Like, it's not funny.
I agree.
Like,
it's demented.
It could maybe be funny if there was like one dead animal.
Yeah.
But yeah, basically, like, Adam Sandler gives, the kid a slingshot, and then he's like, look at what I did! And then they go outside, and there's like 100 dead, like, birds and rats.
Yeah. I think it's just birds. It looks like it was all pigeons.
I think some of them were like brown, some of them were like white, I think.
Oh.
I don't know.
Big fish, little fish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But anyways, it's just weird. It's like the most cartoonish moment, and it's supposed to be like kind of serious, like, oh, it's creepy that you killed. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
It's like too cartoony for it to land for what they're trying to do.
Yeah, because what else is happening in that moment? It's like, oh, when he decides to give Julian like freedom to do whatever he wants, right?
Yeah.
What else did that compilation consist of?
Him like hitting people and like just putting on weird clothes and stomping around.
Yeah. I
think that's the same one that had him robbing someone.
Oh yeah, for Halloween.
Was it the same?
Yeah. Yeah, it probably was. Yeah.
Great sequence.
Yeah, it was a good sequence.
What do you think, Evan, about the apartment? Would you live there?
Adam
Sandler's apartment in this movie?
Yeah, it's interesting.
It's weird.
It looks like a sitcom set piece.
It's weird that there's like a catwalk in his apartment.
Yeah.
Nutty.
Yeah, it just reminds me of like Friends or some shit like that. Like a sitcom set piece.
Super over-designed, like modern apartment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, of course, Adam comes from the SNL world, so you know.
Oh, doesn't he?
Yeah, so building sets and kind of a thing.
He's one of those iconic SNL people,
He is. And of course, there's also Rob Schneider from the SNL world as well.
Classic.
He plays his best friend, the Eastern European delivery guy, who's just always hanging out at his apartment for whatever reason.
It made me happy that I had two separate ideas at once. One, I was gonna say it made me happy that you laughed. You did laugh a few times during the film. Funny. Thank you.
Why are you saying thank you? I told you I'd seen the movie before.
Well, you're validating my opinion on the movie, and
you don't need your opinion validated. Just enjoy it.
Well, I love you, Evan, and I'm glad that you enjoyed a movie that I love. So I liked also that he's just always in his delivery clothes.
I like that.
Like, he's always just hanging out with Adam Sandler, but he's always in the delivery outfit. That's pretty funny. At the end, he say, never order BLT.
Yeah.
Never order Would you order the BLT from that guy?
Well, I don't eat bacon, so probably not.
Yeah. What if it means bread, lettuce, tomato?
Well, he said no, don't order it, so I probably wouldn't order it.
Yeah. See? Okay. You're smart.
I mean, he works there, so he knows something, clearly.
He probably... You know what I thought, Evan?
Mm-hmm.
What if the lettuce has what's the word? I saw Wendy's had this recently. I had a bit of a scare because the Wendy's lettuce is like contaminated.
Mm-hmm.
What is it called? It's not like scoliosis or something. What is it called?
I don't know.
What is it called? I don't know. Anyways.
Scoliosis.
It's like called... What's it called? Scoliosis.
Scoliosis is like the back shit.
I know, but it sounds like scoliosis.
Salmonella?
Salmonella?
Yeah, I didn't know lettuce can get salmonella.
No, it's not salmonella.
Yeah, I was like, isn't that like chicken and shit?
Scoliosis. I'm sorry. Anyways, I'm derailing our beautiful podcast.
Oh,
the point is...
relevant.
I think maybe it was the lettuce because... I looked up. Terry was like, "Oh, there's a terrible disease from Wendy's. Don't go eat at Wendy's. Don't go there because she knows I eat Wendy's all the time." And I googled it, and it was like, "Oh, don't eat the romaine lettuce from Wendy's, or you'll get this." I was like, "Oh, okay, I'm fine." You know, I don't eat lettuce for the viewer.
Well, yeah. So you were good,
and so I'm fine. But I wonder, is that a secret little? Is it the lettuce?
It could be
for the BLT.
I've heard of it. Like I've heard other stories of romaine lettuce being fucked up.
Yeah.
In other places, so yeah, I don't know.
We're just trying to figure out the inner workings of Big Daddy.
Yeah.
I want to know what's wrong with that BLT.
Me too. Mm-hmm. There's also Steve Buscemi in this movie. Of course, he's not an SNL alumni, but he is an Adam Sandler movie alumni.
Oh, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah. Adam likes to carry around his group of friends.
He keeps it in the family.
He does.
He keeps it in the family.
He does. What a sweet character.
I feel like Steve Buscemi's character is kind of similar to Rob Schneider's.
It is.
Like, a little too similar for my taste, I think.
You want to know a bit of a fun
You know what
fact?
I mean? It's like, I don't know. Like, I feel like they kind of serve a similar function. And they're just a bit too similar for my taste.
I think you could have cut...
They're both funny, though.
You could have cut Steve Buscemi from anything after the first scene he's in.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
Because that's like a good, like, funny little moment.
Yeah.
Where Steve Buscemi, like, the homeless man, they have an exchange with him.
Yeah.
And I just thought it was funny how he, like, pretends to go to sleep or whatever, so, like, Julian can let them leave and stuff. It's a funny little moment.
We'll have to talk about that, the breakfast scene.
Classic.
We'll have to talk about
iconic.
That. But what were you going to say?
It's a great arc in the film.
You said you had a fun fact about that?
I do have a fun fact about Steve Buscemi and Rob Schneider. So, during the filming of Mr. Deeds... Not Mr. Deeds. During the filming of Big Daddy,
I was like, you're gonna bring in some Mr. Deeds connection?
I think Waterboy came out before Big Daddy. Does that sound right? You don't know.
I don't know, but probably. Maybe.
I think it was Waterboy, but whatever movie came out right before this one, did extremely well. And the studio say, Adam, you're doing a bang-up job.
Oh.
You can have, if you needed to touch up with the movie at all, here's some extra cash. And so Adam said, hey, I'll give it to my friends. So he gave it to Steve Buscemi and fucking Rob Schneider so that they could have more scenes.
Oh, okay.
So,
nice of Adam.
I don't think Steve Buscemi especially would have had anything more than that one scene had it not been for that.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
But it's... Well... Then again, there's also the other guy, the drunk at the bar who he fights with.
He recurs.
Yeah. So I don't know. Maybe it's just the point is that like all his friends are kind of they're either homeless or goofy.
Yeah.
There's that, I guess.
Well, the homeless guy's not even his friend.
Well, he came. I will call him a friend because he came to his fucking court case to defend him. So you know what? Even if they fight, that's pretty real of him. So for that reason, I say he's a friend.
Yeah.
He came to his fucking court case.
I really like when he like bribes him with the McDonald's at the court case, and then he just like completely fucks.
Oh, you mean
up.
Steve Buscemi?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Wait.
Because we were talking about the drunk guy, the one he fights with.
Oh, well, yeah. The homeless guy.
I don't think that guy's homeless. I think he's just a drunk at a bar.
No, yeah, I'm saying Steve Buscemi.
Okay, yeah.
Anyways, yeah, he has a colorful cast of characters.
Yeah.
It's a nice juxtaposition, Evan.
It is.
Between his old law friends and his...
Yeah, it kind of is. No, honestly, it kind of is. I didn't even think about that. Because it's kind of like, okay, these were the people he was friends with in college, and they're all kind of like doing well for themselves. And then it's like, oh, his loser self now. It's like he hangs out with the delivery guy who doesn't
guy,
do it.
And a ruined like guy that like hangs out in bars and gets way too drunk.
That's kind of interesting. I didn't think about it like that.
Yeah, I mean, you know. And it's funny, the teacher says that to him. And he's like, oh, like, or wait, the teacher? Is it the teacher or who is it? That says, like, oh, you become, like, who you're friends with. Who says that to him?
I don't know.
Because, you know, that's why he goes to the school. Oh, it's, Chasing Amy.
Joey Lauren Adams?
Yeah, it's beautiful. Whatever you said.
Why did she say that?
In the laundry, she's, like, talking about how, like, Adam Sandler's, like, rubbing off on the kid.
Oh, okay.
And then she's like, oh, you know, they say, like, your friends, like, you better make sure they're not drinking in
school.
Yeah. You become, like, what your friends are like.
Yeah.
So she kind of mentions that, and then he kind of, you know, his friends are pieces of shit or whatever. So, cool.
Yeah. I don't know, I wouldn't call Rob Schneider a piece of shit. He's just kind of a goofy guy. Well, I wouldn't call any of them people... Well, maybe the drunk guy. One of them's just homeless.
Yeah, the drunk guy is probably maybe a piece of shit, but... one problem I always had with this movie, even as, like, a very young child... It's weird. I wouldn't have been able to articulate it as a child, obviously, but we don't see enough Jon Stewart. It doesn't feel like they're roommates.
Yeah, I kind of agree with that.
It does not feel like he lives there.
Yeah, I feel like they should have maybe emphasized that friendship more.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because it's like, you assume, like, oh, this is, like, his actual best friend. You know what I mean? Yeah. They live together and whatnot, but it doesn't really... And their chemistry isn't that great either, honestly.
I don't know if there's
even... For the little scenes they do have together.
Yeah, not really.
Yeah.
And in the beginning, I don't think you even see them both in the apartment at the same time.
No, you do at the party. When they have the surprise party for him.
Is that even their apartment?
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, I guess that's why he comes home.
Mm-hmm.
It's not Corinne's apartment?
No, it's theirs.
Oh.
Yeah, why would he come to her apartment?
I don't know. Anyways. No, you're right, it is their apartment.
Yeah.
But I guess since there's a party going on, it's not like they're sitting there, like, acting like it's their house.
Yeah.
Like, it's like, yeah.
And then he goes to China. So he's gone.
And he's gone the whole movie.
Yeah, until the end.
Until the very end, yeah. So it's like... He should have more of a presence, and it would make the ending more satisfying.
Yeah.
Probably.
It's also very weird, the whole him turning out to be Julian's dad thing. I don't know.
It makes sense.
No, it does, but it's like, I don't know, it's just weird.
How?
Like, it's... I feel like they don't really do anything with it, if that makes sense. I mean, not that they really had to, but it's just like... It's just kind of there to, like, just be kind of a MacGuffin, I guess. I don't know. I feel like there's something they could have used that was a little bit better. I don't really know how to articulate it, but...
I don't know. I think it works okay. I just think they maybe should have built up Jon Stewart's character a little better.
Maybe that's just it, yeah.
In my opinion. Because it makes sense to me that it's like, oh, he went to the house and it was the right house, but he just wasn't home.
Yeah.
So, I don't know.
Yeah, because I feel like the whole movie, you're like, oh, it's a mystery, and then at the end it's just like...
No, it's not a mystery.
No, because he's like, who is Joe? Like, he's like, I never been to... At the beginning, he's like, who is Joe? I never been to Buffalo. You know what I mean? So it's like, what the fuck? Is he actually his dad? You know what I mean? And at the very end, it's like, oh yeah, I just fucked some Hooters waiter in Toronto 6 years ago. I don't know. It's like very anticlimactic, I guess.
I guess I've seen it so many times that I don't think about that as a reveal.
Yeah. I feel like there's an air of mystery about it, and then it's like, it's not really like a satisfying payoff, or even really a funny payoff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, just like, oh, yeah, I had sex with a Hooters waitress 6 years ago.
Yeah, and he was like,
you know what I mean?
Unrelated.
Yeah.
But, I don't know, I think it's like...
I feel like it could have been more like, it could have like had a full circle moment a little bit better, in my opinion.
I know what you mean. I never thought about that as a mystery.
I mean, I don't want to say it's like a mystery. That like makes it sound like grander than it is, but you know.
Well, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah, I never thought about it as even like you would question it. I just always assumed like, like I said, I've been saying this whole time, I guess, like even as a little kid, you know, I thought like, you know, he's just not home.
Yeah.
So he didn't. I don't know. I never thought about it as.
But they go out of their way at the beginning for him to be like, I don't even know a Joe, and I've never been to Buffalo. You remember? And then he's just gone. And then at the end he comes back and he's like, oh yeah, I actually did. And fuck a Joe.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. So it's like, oh, okay.
But then when he's like, oh, I'll take him to social services, and then they talk to the social services.
I feel like at the beginning they could have just confirmed right away that he was actually...
It would probably make Jon Stewart look like an asshole.
I guess, yeah.
Like, off the bat, if he's just like,
that is true.
Yeah.
Well, no, it if he's like, oh no, take care of him while I go to China. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because if it was really his son, he probably would have came back and been like,
yeah.
I don't know.
It helps like suspend your disbelief a little bit.
Yeah. That just didn't work that great for me, but it's whatever.
Yeah. Makes sense. Yeah. But really, the meat and potatoes, Evan,
Mm-hmm.
is Adam Sandler. He's a funny guy.
Well, of course, we haven't really talked about him that much.
I love this archetype. It's like Johnny Lawrence in the beginning of Cobra Kai.
Mm-hmm.
You know? Stuff like that.
Yeah.
Just someone that's like a real piece of shit.
Oh.
You know? They just get drunk all day. They, you know...
Do you like Knocked Up?
Knocked Up.
Yeah.
I've never seen it.
The Seth Rogen movie? It's very similar. Big
Daddy?
Yeah.
Is it?
Like that character type, and yeah, I mean, he's not actively taking care of the child in the movie, obviously. He gets a chick pregnant.
Oh.
But they're both like living off a disability check.
That's awesome.
Or like, not even disability, like getting an injury, like, you know what I mean? They won money off of injury.
Not dissimilar to Adam Sandler in this
film. That's what I'm saying. This movie and that, it's similar.
Well, it's not really like that. I don't know. I just like characters that...
No, but that's definitely part of it. It's like, oh, he doesn't want to get a job because he's living off the money that he got from...
But he's not, like, cool. Seth Rogen's not cool. Like, Adam Sandler's cool. And, fucking... Johnny Lawrence is cool, you know?
Oh, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know. There's a difference. Because he's fat.
Are they cool? I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah. Seth Rogen is not cool, you know?
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I don't like Seth Rogen.
Well, we've talked about that, yeah.
Well, I don't like him no more, but... I don't know. I like a character that's like a piece of shit and he becomes a good dad. Maybe it's wish fulfillment.
I don't know.
Get it?
Not really.
Get it? They don't have a father.
Oh.
But
why is it wish fulfillment? You want someone who's a piece of shit who becomes a good dad?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
Because my dad's a piece of shit.
Oh.
He's an alcoholic.
Okay.
You know?
Oh. It happens.
No, but I don't know. I like something about that character. And I wish Johnny Lawrence was like that for longer in Cobra Kai. You know what I mean?
I guess.
Yeah.
Would have gotten kind of stale, right?
No. No, I'm just playing. But yeah, I like that archetype of a piece of shit that becomes a good father. Becomes a good dad.
But Johnny still has yet to become a good dad.
Oh yeah, he's that. Well, you know what? You're right. He still is a piece of shit, isn't he? So maybe my wish came true.
But you know what else is in September? Cobra Kai season 5. So we'll see.
Can't wait.
Yeah.
Can't wait.
Yeah. We'll see very soon.
Season 7 too. It's coming.
Season 7?
Yeah.
We're on 5 now.
Or season 6.
Oh my god! I said season 5. You said season 7.
They're already done filming season 6, aren't they?
I don't think so.
They're either done or they're...
You're probably talking about 5 because like when 4 came out, we were like, oh yeah, 5 is almost done. I don't think they started filming 6 yet.
Or weren't they like filming them at the same time? Yeah, I don't know. Cobra Kai doesn't matter. I'm sorry. I derailed the podcast once again. Okay. How do we talk about Big Daddy?
Well, we were just talking about how we wanted to talk about Adam's character.
Yeah.
So you're mentioning that, you like that. I wouldn't say he's cool personally, but he's funny. He's kind of an asshole. He takes life by the balls a little bit.
He does.
Yeah.
He does. That were some of your biggest laughs were like stuff like that? Like where... Like... What does he say? I don't know. He's like, "Oh, shove it up your box, Corinne."
Yeah.
Or like some shit. Like he just doesn't give a fuck.
Yeah, exactly.
I like that.
Or just threatening that guy he fights with at the bar. He's I'm gonna shove you through the wall like last.
Yeah, I'll
Monday.
push you through the wall like last week or like yesterday or whatever the fuck.
He said last Monday.
Last Monday.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I like to see you try.
Or of course his girlfriend Vanessa hooking up the old guy,
Yeah,
and he said, 5-year plan, what is it? Not die, like shit like that. You know what I mean?
That's classic.
Like it's just like he's an asshole, but it's like in a very charismatic way, if you will.
Yeah, he's and he's never really an asshole when it's unwarranted. He is a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
But
well, like assaulting random people who are rollerblading.
That's just funny.
Well, that's just funny. Of
That's
course,
just funny. I think that's like that works for me.
Mm-hmm.
But there is one thing I want to talk about that doesn't work for me.
Mm-hmm.
So the throw in the roller, like it's like cartoony slapstick, right?
Yeah.
And I guess he also like learns his lesson about it, you know, which is good.
Yeah.
I like when he like cleans up his act. That whole part is good too.
Yeah, I agree. I do like that compilation of all.
Yeah. It's fun.
Well, that's part of the movie. It's like, oh, you can't just live like you think you can live life however you want, but you actually can't. You need someone to rein it in a little bit.
You need a big daddy.
Yeah, exactly. You need someone to rein it in a little bit.
Oh yeah.
I like that one at the end where he's like, where he kind of learns like, oh, my dad actually does care about me, even though I thought my dad was an asshole.
That was his wild, nutty argument. At the end, because he was like, no matter what my dad says, I know you're here to help me. That's really good. Well, maybe not really good, but it's good.
So, but you know, he learns to rein it in.
He does.
You know, you can be a little bit of slacker. You can have some fun, but you gotta rein it in. You gotta have some balance.
Yeah.
Again, another movie with some balance in the theme. We talk about that a lot.
Yeah, because we were mentioning that.
Of course, Spider-Man 2.
Yeah,
we mentioned it in another episode we did recently. Yeah.
Something.
So, like I said, you know, balance is always a good life lesson.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is a good life
lesson. Even Mr. Miyagi said that. Balance. So
balance.
There you go.
Yeah.
Can't go wrong with balance.
That really brought it home.
Yeah. But I apologize. I cut you off a little bit.
No, I don't care. I'm sure.
You're saying there's something you didn't like about the stick throwing.
Well, no, I was gonna compare that to something, right? So the stick throwing is like slapstick. It doesn't really bother me too much, and he learns his lesson, like I said. But he's like super pushy with the girl.
Joey Lauren Adams character?
Yes.
Okay.
With Chasing Amy.
Yeah.
It's like, it's weird.
Well, it's on that 2000 rom-com shit. They were all like that. You know what I mean?
Kind of, but...
You definitely cannot be on that now.
I think the point wasn't... I think you're supposed to assume she's serious when she says, like, she's denying him for the sake of, like, the job and...
On their first date.
Yeah. Like... When he first asked her out, she's like, "Oh, I don't want to because I'm focused on my job and everything." And
I thought she said that when he tried to kiss her at first. No. Actually, you're right. She did say it.
She says it both times.
Yeah.
But I think in real life, if someone says something like that to you, you're supposed to just take it as a flat rejection and move on. Of course. But I think you're supposed to assume here that he's like, he's like getting her out of her shell and like. Oh, like don't be stick your head in that book, come.
Yeah.
You have fun he says you have fun with Sonny at night.
Yeah.
He says that.
He does say that.
But yeah, I think it's genuinely supposed to be like an opposite of his character, Like, like she teaches him how to be like more serious and he
teaches her to loosen up a little bit.
Yeah, but in real life you can't do that.
Yeah, you can't.
You can't do that.
You're right.
I don't know. So that kind of, I don't know, that was weird. And in the movie plays it like he's like, it's not bad in any way. And it was kind of distracting, I guess.
It's kind of bad at the end, with that, when she's like, I have a case to do, and he's like, no, you have to come fucking to my case, help me win back my son who isn't my son. You know what I mean? It's like, that didn't sit that well with me. I didn't think that was great.
Nah, I think that was mostly... It's
like, oh, the guy you kissed once you went on a few dates with, it's like... Help me to, forget your career and come help me win my case to get back my adopted son.
My kidnapped son.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that was not great to me.
For the most part, most of her... Not by the fault of the actress or the character herself, but like the way the movie treats her is kind of... bad.
I agree. I definitely do agree.
Yeah. Which it saddens me to say because, like I said, this is like a very deep childhood movie for me.
Yeah.
But I'm going to check my privilege a little bit, and I'm going to say that is problematic.
I agree.
Yeah.
I mean, like,
it's not like I'm a little bit.
I'm a little bit hesitant to say problematic.
It's not like a fucking.
But I know.
War crime.
I understand what you mean. No.
It's just not like.
Yeah.
But
you're right. It is problematic.
It doesn't hold up as well.
I feel
as
like that word just has such a huge, like, a negative connotation. Well, of course it's negative. It's not a good thing to be.
It's a negative word.
But you know what I mean? It's very strong. I guess I should say.
It's like a pointed word now.
Yeah.
It's like a buzzword now.
But you're right. I suppose it is a little bit problematic.
Well, I don't mean that necessarily like cancel Big Daddy.
No, I know.
But definitely.
She's not a well-written character. We should put it like that.
It's the part of the movie that holds up the least.
Yeah,
for sure.
I would agree. And then at the end, it's kind of like, oh, well, now she's just pregnant with his fucking child.
Well, he's a big daddy.
Yeah, well, he's a big daddy, so.
I always, even as a kid, again, I know I keep saying that, but I want to mention, even as a kid, I thought it was weird that he's holding him at the end.
You know what? I kind of thought about that now, too. I was like, you have an actual child.
Yeah, like, you have a wife.
Yeah.
But I guess I don't know, he's, like, still, like, the cool uncle,
Yeah,
like,
that's true. That's true.
He still loves him. But, honestly, the ending did make me sad this time.
Well, I want to ask you, how do you feel about Julian not, him not winning custody over Julian, and kind of Jon Stewart's character becoming his actual, like, taking on the responsibility of being his dad?
I don't know.
How do you feel about it?
I don't know.
Me either.
I guess I'm mixed on it.
I feel like it would have been a little bit more satisfying if he'd stayed with Adam Sandler. And most, like you said, just because we really don't ever see Jon Stewart's character in this movie.
Yeah.
So at the end, it's just like, oh, okay, now he's with him.
But I think it's a good moment where Jon Stewart kind of takes responsibility and takes him. And I really like the moment at the end where they're talking about, like, Julian quickly, and they're like, oh, like, you should teach him how to do this, this, and this. Or you should teach him how to tie his shoes, in that one specific way that's working. And then he's like, you know what, just do it your way. You're his dad.
Yeah.
I like that.
I did like that, too.
That was a nice exchange.
Yeah.
That was, I don't know. I think it's well done enough at the end there. But it's just...
And that's why I feel like maybe they could have did it different where Jon Stewart isn't actually a dad or something. Just so, like, he could have ended up with Adam Sandler somehow. I don't know. That's how I feel, anyways.
I don't know. It's tough to... It's tough to take a premise like this movie and then the main character doesn't go to jail.
Yeah.
It's kind of hard,
School of Rock.
Yeah, it's like we were talking about School of Rock off when... Yeah, it's similar, very similar. Where someone commits fraud to be with children.
Yeah. Or Raising Arizona. You ever seen that?
No.
Where they kidnap the baby?
Yeah, every time someone mentions that, I think of some other Lifetime movie my mom always used to make me watch.
Not a Lifetime movie.
Yeah, I know. It's the Nicolas Cage movie, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I always think of some other... I used to like it, though. Whatever it was.
Oh, I don't know. Raising Arizona, that was a good movie. I haven't seen that in a long time. But I did enjoy it, yeah.
But yeah, there's quite the Jon Stewart conundrum, but...
Yeah.
That's okay.
Maybe they could have workshopped that. I don't know.
Yeah, they could have worked on that a bit.
Yeah.
The Jon Stewart thing and the love interest are the two main issues, but I like, you know what, Evan? I quite like Adam Sandler and the little boy.
Yeah, we haven't talked about their relationship.
And their little fun that they have.
I just mentioned that. I didn't think he was great in it, but he's not bad.
There's just...
I guess I did say, oh yeah, I don't like him, but it's fine. They have cute moments together.
Yeah. I do think they play up the cutesiness a little bit much.
That was, I don't like that, but...
But I like their relationship together.
Yeah, me too.
And it brings me back, Evan.
To what?
It brings me back to my little days as a little child.
Oh, why?
Because used to watch this movie as a little child.
Oh, okay.
And then when I was a kid, I associated this movie with like my cool Aunt Stacy.
Oh, okay.
So
you just mean the movie in general. I thought you meant their relationship.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
My Aunt Stacy as a child.
Oh, okay.
And also to my childhood watching this movie.
You peed on the building.
I did pee on the building. Yeah, I love peeing on buildings.
That iconic poster. The iconic Big Daddy poster.
Very iconic.
Where they're standing outside that restaurant taking a piss on it.
There's a lot of iconic moments in this.
Yeah.
Like the old man reveal, the glasses, the invisible glasses.
Yeah.
I
like that.
Yeah.
When he's like, kind of to give him, I don't know to say like confidence, maybe.
It is, yeah.
Yeah, but when he gives him the sunglasses, I kind of like that.
Yeah, he says this will make you invisible.
Yeah.
Don't worry about anyone if you have these on.
Yeah. I like that.
That's good.
Yeah.
And he does some nice parenting stuff,
That's what I mean. Yeah.
Like with the Scuba Steve thing.
Yeah.
I don't know where he got that, but
the fit.
It doesn't matter.
That was really quick. Like,
yeah,
he pulled out.
He put that together. Maybe he was like that. He had that up his sleeve.
He might have.
He had that up his sleeve.
I was thinking about that when we were watching it. But yeah, when the teacher's like, yeah, he smells terrible. So to get him to take a bath, he's like, yeah, I'm Scuba Sam. I'm Scuba Steve's dad. Now get in the fucking bath.
Oh yeah, you laughed at that one part too, where he's like, "I don't know the rules about kids and being naked."
Yeah, I was about to mention that. That was kind of weird.
That's funny.
It was funny though. Yeah, he was like, his son was like, his son. Well, yeah, Julian, his adopted son.
Well, he does. You laughed at that part too, and
what?
he's like, he screams that at the girl, and he's like, "We have to go get back my son."
Yeah.
Like, it's like, dude, it's not your son.
Yeah,
you stole him. But sorry.
I was saying, yeah, he's wearing the bathing suit in the fucking bath, and he's like, "Why do I have to wear a bathing suit?" And he's like, "Yeah, I don't know the rules about adults and kids being naked or whatever." I was like, "Oh, okay."
It's like, you just sit down.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's funny.
And
he says, and what's important is you don't have to smell like a foot anymore.
Yeah.
And then he says, "We're gonna go see Barney." And he says, "Barney?" And he says, "Not that Barney, a more expensive Barney."
Yeah, and they pull up in the suits after that.
They drip out, and then they never wear the suits.
Yeah, I'm gonna say, and then
they're in the suits for like 3 seconds, and then they
you never see them wear a suit.
You never see the suits again.
That certainly wasn't great.
No, it was awesome. What do you mean?
But I'm like, oh, I gotta buy him some nice clothes, and then he's wearing the same clothes you've been wearing the whole movie later.
Is he?
Yeah, pretty much.
No.
I guess he doesn't have the weird, like, fishing accessories all over him.
Yeah.
Like he did when he first went to the school.
Well, yeah, I guess that was just, like, shorthand for, like, you're gonna dress good now.
Yeah.
Like, you're gonna dress normal now.
Yeah.
You know?
The white suits.
And when I have myself again... Dude, fucking, you know what's fucked up?
Mm-hmm.
He never learns that his mom is dead.
Yeah, he doesn't.
The little kid.
He doesn't, no.
He never learns.
Yeah.
And he's and he's out there calling the, Hooters, the bitchy Hooters woman mommy.
Yeah, at the end,
Yeah.
John George's girlfriend.
And it's weird that he, like, met her in a supermarket aisle, like, being a dick to Sonny.
Yeah.
And then it's like, that's his mom now. And then at the end, he's like, "Oh, mom."
No, he didn't meet her there. He met her first at Julian's apartment.
Oh.
And not Julian, I mean, Sonny's apartment, yeah.
Oh.
Remember? When John came from China?
Yeah. Well, that's also this first moment that he met Sonny.
Yeah, uh-huh.
Yeah, and that part was funny, too. What does he say? Oh, yeah, he's like...
He pretends it's his Uncle Remus on the phone.
It was funny. He's like... She's like, "Who is this kid?"
Yeah.
And he's like, "It's my friend. Go away." Like, I don't know. It's just funny as fuck. It's like you were saying, like, the way he's, like, abrasive with people in this one. I mean, that's kind of Adam Sandler's thing.
Yeah, I was gonna say, he's always like that.
But the way it works with this character in particular, like, in this movie, I think is really funny. And like I said, because he's not, like, super malicious. It's just like, "Bitch, like, shut up. Mind your own business." I don't know. He's funny. And you know, it's another funny moment that I think you laughed at.
What was it?
When he's like at the phone booth, like not the phone booth, the toll booth, working, and he's like, "Oh, where are you going? Like, can I come?"
Oh no, he said, "Were you going to
Manhattan?
I forgot. So, was it Manhattan?
Yeah.
Yeah, and that guy just gives him a ride. He's like, "Okay."
Okay.
That was kind of what I mean. It's like just kind of weird, nonsensical shit that just kind of happens like that.
Well, he needs a ride.
Yeah. That was funny though. He's like, "Yeah, okay."
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and then Adam Sandler gets in. He's like, "Oh, a Cadillac."
Yeah.
No, this is like the first time I ever noticed ADR. You know that?
What do you mean?
Do you remember? Okay, so there's an iconic classic part, right, where Adam Sandler decides, I think, to keep the child.
Yeah. What is it? What is the part? What
and he calls the dad, right? He calls the dad, and then his dad bitches him out, and then he gets off the phone, and then he's like complaining about his dad and talking about dads in general to Julian, and then they see that goth guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then he's like...
Oh, when he's walking away, he's like... I
hated my father. Yeah. And when I was a kid, I was like, that wasn't right. Like, that's not right. I didn't know what ADR meant or what it was, but I was like, that was not, like... That didn't come out of his mouth. Yeah. You know, for sure.
Well, yeah, you're right.
I hated my father.
Maybe it did.
No, it didn't. But yeah, so that was a good moment in my young life.
Yeah.
Yeah. Great movie.
Can we talk about some other iconic moments with him and Julian?
Oh, sure.
I want to talk about the McDonald's scene.
Oh, classic.
This scene always stuck with me.
So, this movie actually... And we will make a video essay about this.
Oh, okay.
This movie is a masterclass in suspense, right?
Oh, yeah.
So, there is the scene, as we mentioned, with the old man... and it reveals that, she's been cheating on or she's like moved on, or she's cheating or whatever.
I guess she is cheating because she never really broke up with him.
She didn't properly break up with him, but he knew it was coming, and she knew he knew it was coming. Yeah. But either way, there's that whole scene. That scene is kind of good with the tension a little bit, you know? There's a little tension there. And then with the McDonald's scene, I love that because, like, they do all this stuff to try and get there on time, you know? They start running, he has to pee, they pee on the building, you know, classic, iconic pee on the building.
Steve Buscemi.
And then Steve Buscemi, you know, the lunatic homeless man is talking to them. And he's like, you know, I'll buy you a McMuffin, egg McMuffin if you shut the fuck up. He says, sausage McMuffin. Yeah. Yeah, and he's like, okay. And
with hash brown.
You know, and they hustle with hash browns. And they hustle to get there. And then they're just barely on time to get there at 11 o'clock. And then they're like, oh, it's 10:30.
Yeah.
Nutty,
30 minutes.
Most suspenseful, you know, scene ever made.
Facts. And then Julian, of course, starts crying.
Oh, yeah.
And he's like, get him a Happy Meal. Oh, get the kid a Happy Meal. So I wanted to talk about this scene because, like, when I was a kid, I was like, oh, I always felt like secondhand embarrassment from that scene.
Oh, yeah.
And, like, but if we were watching it now, it's like, it's so quick. But I feel like when I was a kid, it felt like so much more dramatic. You know what I mean? But this time, it did not feel like that at all. Like, it was just a quick gag. But when I was a kid, it was like, it felt like it was a big thing.
Yeah, I guess because it's so charged.
Yeah.
And it's like, so, and like you said, like, the secondhand embarrassment. But I love the moment where he grabs the guy's, like, the guy standing behind him, and he's like, hey, like, what kind of father are you? And he's like, what are you, my therapist?
And he grabs his
like,
french
fuck
fries.
you. And then he grabs his french fries and just, like, throws them on the ground. I love that. Fuck that guy. Too, yeah. Fuck that guy.
I liked it too.
He's like, you know how people, who's the health inspector from Ghostbusters?
Oh, I don't know. I'm not a big Ghostbusters fan.
There's stories.
I haven't seen it in a long time.
Stories about that guy, the actor, where people will see him on the street and be like, "Hey, fuck you! Like you're the Ghostbusters villain," you know?
No, I don't even know about that.
No, yeah, it's like a thing where he got a bunch of hate in real life because he's like mean to the Ghostbusters.
Well, that happened to a lot of people. It's like fucking Jake Lloyd.
Yeah, well, yeah, that too. But that people hated him though. People didn't like that he was a bad actor, but he was a baby.
Yeah.
But like, there's like an antagonist in a movie where they did a good job. Mm-hmm. You're supposed to dislike them. Yeah. And then people in real life are like, "Hey, fuck you, man."
Oh yeah, like fucking like.
You were mean to the Ghostbusters.
Like Oh yeah, like Jesse Plemons said that's what happened with him with Breaking Bad.
Jesse Plemons, the Nazi one.
Todd. Yeah, he played Todd. Or fucking who else said that? I can't even think right now. I just had their name on top of my head, but I forgot. But yeah.
But my point is,
a thing.
If I saw that business suit French fry guy in real life, I'd sock him in the fucking face.
Deservedly so.
Yeah, for real. I'd be like, "What are you, my fucking therapist?"
I don't think I would recognize him.
I would for sure. I would know that face anywhere. Classic. You know, it's a beautiful shot in this movie that I want to discuss.
Is there one more moment we can talk about though before we get back with him and Julian?
Yeah, of course.
It's another. So there's two big moments in this movie with him and Julian that stick out to me. It was the McDonald's scene, and then also the scene where he throws up.
Okay.
When after to get Julian to go to sleep and shut up and leave him alone, he just feeds him a bunch of bullshit, and then he passes out on the table with like all the food there, and then after that he went to do the kangaroo song, where we get the iconic Adam scream, "All right!" Yeah. And then they watch the kangaroo song and starts hopping around and he pukes.
Hop, 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 hop. What do you say?
Yeah, that part always disturbed me.
Why?
Because the puke looks so disgusting.
It does.
Yeah. With all like the fucking junk food he's been eating.
Yeah, there's like chunks of cereal and like,
And
the puke does look good.
Oh, it looked delicious.
No, I mean like not good. Like, props to the props department. They did a great job on the puke. And can we talk about the running gag, of course? Mm-hmm. Okay. Of all the messages.
Which of the many? There's a few.
Oh, and they're all good.
Yeah.
They're all golden little nuggets for you to discover.
Yeah.
As you watch. By the way, this movie is on Netflix. Watch it now.
Oh yeah, do it. This second.
Yeah. Pause. Come back. You know. Have like 2 hours. Not 2 hours. Like 3 hours worth of Big Daddy content or whatever. Oh, but yeah. Fucking. I really always like the running gag of.
The newspaper.
The newspaper, yeah. Like, anytime there's a mess, like, he just puts a newspaper over it. And there's even, like, in the beginning of the movie, he spills milk, puts newspaper over it, and then presumably, like, a few days later, it's still there.
Yeah.
No,
it was the same day. It was the same day. Yeah.
Okay, well, yeah, later, Julian pukes on the floor, and it's still just sitting there. Presumably, also there's still piss in the bed and with the newspaper on it. And then, like at school, he does it. Like Julian like learns that from him. And that whole scene where like Sonny realizes like what he's done. Like it's not like a deep like it's not like what
when the teacher told him that.
But like the teacher's like he hits people with sticks, like he pisses on the floor, like he fucking like just puts newspapers on stuff.
You see him taking a piss in the tree.
Yeah, and he just starts taking a piss, and like the little girl's like pointing at him like ew. Yeah, and he's just wearing cowboy hats and fucking breaking people's arms and
awesome.
Yeah. No, so he was an awesome kid.
Yeah.
But yeah, that scene's pretty good.
It was good.
I like the Capitiller as well.
Yeah, me too. Me too. What was the shot you were gonna mention though?
I always like the shot of them eating pizza.
When he teaches him to fold the pizza?
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that too because you know why? Because that's what I always do. I always fold my pizza like that when I eat it.
Depends what kind of pizza for me, but yeah.
Yeah, so...
If it's a New York style pizza, you fold it.
You fold it, oh.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. If it's a Chuck E. Cheese pizza, you fold it.
If it's a Chuck E. Cheese pizza, you stack them together and you put peanut butter in the middle and you fucking chomp down.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then you fold it.
And then you fold it. And then you put ketchup on it.
Yeah.
30 packets of ketchup.
He likes the ketchup.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I have a friend that likes ketchup.
Who?
I can't mention him by name.
Oh, okay.
I don't want to dox him. But you know who you are, you sick bastard.
Yeah.
You know who you are.
Hopefully he's not listening.
No, I hope he is. Love you, buddy.
Yeah, but he does enjoy eating ketchup.
He sure does. You know what else he enjoys? Spitting for a long distance.
Yeah, you know what? I have another anecdote about Big Daddy and me.
I think I know what it will be.
What is it?
Oh, never mind. I thought you were going to say... I started that sentence late. But I thought you were going to tell a fun fact about the movie, but please continue.
Oh, I'm going to say, like, after watching Big Daddy, I tried that.
Oh, yeah, me too. It works. Depending on what you've eaten.
Ugh.
Mm-hmm. It's true.
That's nasty.
It's true. Which is, what's fucking disgusting?
What?
That I noticed, like, this time. I never thought about this. His spit is, like, red from the
ketchup. I noticed that now, too.
It's so gross.
It's weird. As a kid, I just thought it was normal spit. But
yes.
Yeah.
Me too.
But it's like,
it's definitely red. That 4K. That big 4K spit.
Yeah.
What? But yeah, that is CGI. That's what I thought you were going to say.
Oh, no, I wasn't going to say that.
It's CGI.
I assumed it probably was, like, some kind of whatever.
I never thought about it until I remember there was this computer class where it was just, I would do nothing. And I would just type in IMDb and I would just try and think of a movie I'd seen and then go read all the fun facts. Yeah. And I would be like, oh, it was animated. Crazy.
Thank you.
I
think Adam Sandler himself, personally...
He actually did learn Blender, and he fucking animated that frame for frame.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which is nuts.
It is nuts, isn't it?
It's fucking nuts. Yeah. What else cool stuff happens? He hits the gay guy in the leg. This movie's very progressive.
It is progressive,
very progressive.
Because his two lawyer friends are gay.
Or two of the, four.
Yeah. And the one guy kind of like, oh, it's kind of weird. And then he's like, Adam pretty much just like, well, why do you give a shit? Who cares? They're just doing whatever.
Yeah.
They're just, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, because they're at the party and he's like, isn't it weird to you that our friends are gay now? And then he was like, they're still like our brothers. They're just our gay brothers.
Yeah.
That's cute.
So, yeah, Adam, thank you for being very progressive.
I always thought that their humor in this was weird, though.
I like when they're playing poker with Sonny. And
with Julian.
I'm Julian. I keep mixing up their names. Yeah, with Julian. And then the social servicing guy comes in and he's like, he's hanging out with like three lawyer dudes and they're just watching TV, playing poker. I thought that was funny.
Yeah, and he's dressed all weird. And
yeah.
He's playing poker. That was a good moment.
Yeah. What do you mean, though, by you thought they're...
Well, like... Adam is, like, accepting of them, but, like, all their jokes are gay jokes. So it's like...
It's like, I like your body. I'm like... He's like, I have a better body than him.
And he's like, at least I have a better body than him. I don't like that. And the part...
All their jokes is that they're gay.
They're all gay jokes, pretty much. Like, there's maybe, like, one or two things they say about Sonny being lazy or something. But other than that, yeah. And then there's that moment where they're all pissing, and then like the one homophobic guy like moves away. They're all weird anyway for all standing directly next to each other.
Well, that was all. But besides the one, that was all the urinals.
Yeah.
So where else are they gonna?
What
stand?
A comedically spaced urinal that they had access to.
exactly.
Well, they could have just waited. I don't think they all were about to piss their pants at the same time.
Well, I mean, like, is it really that big a deal? Who gives a fuck?
But the thing was, he moved because he looked, right?
Did he look? I don't know.
Because what would possess
They're
you...
like turning over.
Mid-piss, what would possess you to move?
I don't know. I guess they were looking.
I think the one
They
near
want
him
to catch.
was.
They want to catch a look.
That's fucked up.
Well, they want to see what he was packing.
Hey, no.
You can't do that.
You can't do
You really
that.
can't do
You
that.
can't
That ain't
do
right.
that.
Yeah.
No. Rip the Twin Towers.
Well, yeah, you do see the Twin Towers.
They have a bit of screen time.
Yeah, it gets a little bit. Yeah. Oh, so can we talk about the compilation? Can we talk about how after he loses Julian to the social service guy, because they're like, "You're not Kevin Garrity."
Yeah.
And we found a family for him. Can we talk about how Adam is depressed?
He sure is.
So, how do you feel about him becoming endeared to Julian throughout the movie? Does it feel natural? Does it feel good to you?
It feels great.
Okay.
Yeah. I wish I could look at the marks, not the marks, but like the timestamps of the movie or whatever, and see like when does he get taken away, Julian? Probably
Like 15 minutes before the ending or some shit.
Yeah. It's like beginning of the third act or something, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. The whole movie is spent building them up, you know?
It's weird. The only thing that's kind of weird to me is I feel like... well, at first, of course, he's only hanging out with... only keeping Julian around because he wants to impress his ex.
At
who
first,
leaves him
yeah.
for the old dude. But I feel like... they never really give you an exact... Like, not that they really had to, but you never really get, like, an exact moment he becomes, like, endeared to him. Not that you really need that, but it's... I don't know.
It is strange because it's like, what's the end goal now?
Yeah.
Like, are you just gonna pretend to be your friend forever?
Wait, what do you mean? Oh, be his dad forever?
I mean, are you gonna pretend to be Jon Stewart forever?
Oh, yeah. He was just going with that, and then, because he didn't want him to go to orphanage at first.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, yeah, until you guys find him a family, I'll just keep him around. But then, like, that to him deleting the message once they find him a family, I feel like, what was the difference between what they're doing here and at the beginning? How do I say this? It doesn't feel like the relationship he had with Julian had changed at all from how it was before too much. You know what I mean? To him, what was the moment that you decided, I actually do want to keep him in my life?
Can I give you my interpretation?
Yeah.
Okay, so what I think is that, they have that... I think he's kind of in denial, I guess. I don't know if that makes sense. But he's kind of like... He kind of doubts his ability to raise Julian, I think. And then when he's like, as time goes on, and then it comes a time to give him up, he's like, well, I still don't want to give him up, even though, I don't think there was ever a point where... I don't know. The moment where he realizes, oh, he tied his shoes, when they're in this place. And he's like, well, I'll just keep him until you find a family.
Yeah.
I think, I don't know. I don't think he really wanted to give him up at any point.
Oh, okay.
I think, you know what I mean?
He was always endeared to him.
Kinda.
Yeah.
Kinda.
Impossible.
Yeah. Or at least, when faced with the actual, him leaving.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, I didn't really want that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You may be right, Dylan. You may be right.
Thank you.
Or you are right.
Oh.
I like that after they take Julian away, he's watching the Kangaroo song. Despite hating it, he had it on.
Oh, it was so bad, and he had to clean up the throw up,
Yeah.
and he couldn't watch his little hockey game. But then Evan, then he puts it on.
He put it on.
Oh.
He had it playing, and he was sitting there depressed.
And he was in his suit.
That shot hit for real. When he's sitting there depressed, and you see the Kangaroo song in the back.
For real, with all the law
damn.
books around and everything.
Yeah,
that's a great part.
It is great.
Yeah.
You rolled your eyes a little bit.
No, I said I threw them back up in ecstasy.
Oh, okay.
It's a great part.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that moment.
Yeah.
The whole court case is a bit ridiculous.
No, it's fucking...
That's a part of the nonsense. It's like a nonsensical thing I kind of mentioned. I mean, it really does not matter. But it's like, this is like so fucking ridiculous in court case. And they kind of even joke about that. It's like, yeah, all your, like, all the lawyers you have or whatever, they're all your fucking friends, and you have like 10 of them. You know what I mean?
Yeah, honestly, like, the gay dudes did not need to be there.
No, most of them probably didn't have to be
there. Well, because you want the girl to be there.
Okay, so I can see what you mean.
In a story way.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because I guess they question someone.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember who. But yeah, they question someone, but they don't serve any, like, character or purpose for being there. But, like, Jon Stewart has to be there to be like, I'm not going to press charges.
Yeah.
And, you know...
And for them to be like, hey, you're the dad or whatever.
Yeah.
Like that,
and the dad, like, Sonny's dad has to be there.
Yeah, uh-huh.
And then, like, the girlfriend...
You had to have that full circle moment. And then her for her to love him.
yeah, so...
No, I can see what you mean. But it works at first, because at first that's all he has. It's just...
Those two.
Yeah, the gay guys.
Yeah, they keep coming in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So...
They're real ones.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, oh, he only has his friends, and then it's like, oh, she shows up, and then Jon Stewart shows up.
But I think, I don't even know what the fuck this trial is for.
Yeah, it's strange. Like, the court case scene is very strange.
It's very just movie made up. I feel like Adam Sandler's done that a couple times.
Yeah, maybe.
And I think at the end of Billy Madison, there's a court hearing.
You know, at the end of Mr. Deeds, there isn't really a court scene, but there's like the scene where it's like
delegation or something.
It's like all the company people write for it, and then he like wins the rights to the company. Isn't it something like that at the end of Mr. Deeds? I haven't seen it in a long time, but it's similar to this, like kind of similar situational.
Yeah, I guess
thing,
like
you know what I mean.
I guess like in a comedy, like how do you make a climax?
You know, yeah.
Like easy way, I guess, is a court scene. I don't know.
Yeah.
Seems like a weird thing to fall back on.
Just something that you can gather a bunch of people in.
Yeah, and it feels like it's something that's easily like, this is the most serious thing on the planet.
Yeah.
So it's easy to like make fun of, I guess.
But it's like, yeah, at the end of Mr. Deeds, it wasn't a court case, but it was something like that. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Some legal thing.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah. And I know in Billy Madison there's a court thing.
There is, isn't there?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you're right. I can't remember though.
Because I know he basically, it's
like, I haven't seen all of Billy Madison. I saw it in like parts on TV.
But it's set up like a courtroom, but it's really like an academic competition.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But it's like, it serves almost like the same function.
Yeah, it's like a courtroom, kind of,
uh-huh.
if I remember. But
he likes it, I guess.
Yeah, I guess it's like, it's dramatic, you can make fun of it easily, I don't know. But the thing about it in this is like, if I was in this courtroom, they would not be able to tell me, like, what are we doing here today?
Yeah.
Like, what are we accomplishing today? Because allegedly, I guess what it's supposed to be for is for Sonny to get custody of him. Then at the end, the judge is like, I would never give you custody of this child. You should go to jail. Yeah. So why were you...
Yeah, that's very strange.
He should just be in criminal court.
I'm going to say, no, like, I don't think you can just do that. Like, if you're in court for, you know, it's like a civil lawsuit or whatever. It's not a lawsuit, but it's like a custody battle. I don't think the judge can just be like, hey, I'm bringing in another case. You should be in jail. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't think that's how it works.
I think the criminal trial would upend any civil trials that you could be a part of, and you would go to jail.
Yeah.
The judge doesn't reveal to you at the end.
Yeah.
That you would go to jail. That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
I guess it plays for Jon Stewart to stop it, because it's like, of course Jon Stewart wouldn't want to let Sonny go to jail, and he took care of his kid for free for 6 weeks. Yeah. That's pretty nice. But, yeah, the court scene is nonsense.
Yeah.
But I kind of like the way he convinces the dad.
I do like that scene a lot. Yeah. Or that scene, well, this is all one scene, but I like that part. I like that part.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That conversation or whatever.
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah.
And it brings, like I said, it kind of brings the whole message of the movie, I guess, full circle. So I do like that moment. Thank you, Adam Sandler.
Good job, Adam.
Thank you, Adam.
Yeah. Good job, Adam Sandler.
Is that Adam Sandler? Or is that Cartman?
It's the song in the movie.
Which one?
You know?
No, I don't know.
Boom, boom, change the atmosphere.
No, I don't.
Whatever.
Sorry, I didn't know which one.
Great movie, though.
I'm sorry, I didn't know which one you meant.
I don't know. It's one of the songs that plays.
Oh.
I think towards the end. I don't know. Yeah, it's a great freaking movie. What do you like about the ending?
What I like about the ending?
The epilogue.
Like the very ending.
Yeah.
I like that now Adam is a lawyer. He went back to law school, and they're like, "What, you wanted to work? Wanted to work overtime?"
I never really bought that.
Yeah.
Like, that's sloppily written. That's pretty bad. Okay.
You wanted to work overtime?
And he's like, "Hey, I gotta get back to the office."
Yeah.
And they're like, Hooters.
Yeah.
And they're like, surprise! Honestly, the surprise party, I love that in the beginning.
Yeah.
Because that's kind of a callback at the surprise party. But at the beginning, it's so funny to me.
Yeah.
Evan, personally.
Mm-hmm.
That, he enters the apartment, and they're like, surprise! And then she's like, we wasted a good surprise on you. And then, I don't remember what he says, but he's like, fuck you. Like, or something. I don't know.
I don't remember.
Oh, yeah, she's like, Sonny, you're such an asshole. And he's like, all right.
Yeah. That was funny. And you laughed really hard when he's like, you're not about to propose, are you?
Yes. I have no idea why that hit me so hard, but he delivers it, like, really sincerely. And it's such an asshole thing to do. Because, like, and at one part, it's just really cleverly timed, I think. Which is the heart of comedy.
Oh, of course, yeah.
But they have this whole, like, the wheels are turning, and he's like, ding, ding, ding. Like, I have an announcement to make. And he's like, Corinne, you're so beautiful and wonderful. And blah, blah, blah. He's like, you're not going to propose, are you? And he's just like, he cuts through, like, all the, like, the magic of it. And, like, all the... And it makes the entire... Like, because he already kind of... Like, he didn't ruin the party, like, at all.
He ruined the surprise.
He ruined the surprise for sure. Well, no, he didn't. It's not his fucking fault.
It wasn't his fault. He was coming home.
They should have closed the fucking door and turned the lights back off. It's not his fault.
Yeah, he was coming home.
But, it is completely his fault for ruining the proposal.
No, yeah.
Obviously.
Because after that, he's like, will you? You don't remember when he actually does propose there after he ruins that?
Oh, yeah.
He's like, okay. Well, he's like, well, will you marry me? You remember?
Yeah.
So he did literally ruin the proposal,
yeah. You're not going to propose, are you? That's so
And he said, yeah. I mean, he said, will you at least think about it?
Will you at least think about it? Yeah, he says it so serious. And it's so funny. And it's because, like, the way it comes out, too, like, it sounds like involuntary. Like, he's genuinely, like, worried about it. It's like, oh, you're not proposing, are you? It's like if someone was, like, I don't know, like gonna, like, jump their car wrong, and you, like, want to be like, what are you doing? You know? I don't know, it's so good. It's so fucking funny. And that's never made me laugh before.
But now it did.
I don't know, there was just some type of magic in that, the way he said it this time. It was really fucking funny. I laughed at it for, like, 5 minutes, and then I asked Evan, like, can we please watch it again? It was really funny.
It was funny.
What was your biggest laugh? That was mine for sure.
That was funny. I did like that moment a lot. The funniest moment to me. I don't know. It's tough. There was a few times the movie made me laugh.
Like I said, most of them for you, I think, are when he's mean to people.
I mean, the 5-year plan, that is fucking hilarious. that part is really funny. I like that.
What is it, not to die?
Yeah.
What's your plan, not to die?
that part is funny to me. I do like the breakfast scene. That is funny. I like that.
Classic.
Yeah.
Classic. That poor McDonald's worker.
McDonald's worker.
She's like, oh yeah, I'm sorry, we stopped serving breakfast at 11. He's like, what the fuck?
So yeah, the Halloween one that was funny.
The break-in.
Yeah.
The classic break-in.
That was funny.
Yeah.
The proposal one is really funny.
Yeah, it is.
That might be the best one.
That's a good one. I really liked it.
But all in all, it's a pretty funny movie. Not without its mistakes, but it is funny.
Oh yeah. I really like the opening scene. The opening scene is aesthetic as fuck, if you will.
What, when his dad is calling him?
Oh yeah, because I didn't mention too. I like that song a lot. I forget what it's called. Passing Me By. Mm-hmm. Passing Me By. You know. Mm-hmm. And it's just that's a great song, and it's a great like lazy beat. You know.
For a lazy man.
For a lazy man, and he's like, you know, he's like laying in bed, and he's like, I don't know if he's talking on the phone. Yeah, he's talking on the phone to his dad.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he's like, you know, it's like showing. He's like, no, I'm not wasting my money, and it shows him like walking out of the store with a surfboard, and
yeah.
and he's like, don't worry, I got a job, and he's like, you know, doing
the toll booth.
I don't know. It's just it's like a good. It's a good scene.
I agree.
In the opening there.
I agree.
I always like that music. The music's great.
Yeah, it's good.
And like the way it's just like kind of a narration with them talking on the phone, but it's just showing his like daily life. I don't know, it's good.
It's a good way to start out your movie. Introduce you to this character.
It sure is.
Right?
Well, it sure is.
Introduce you to this wacky guy.
Shows you his needs, his demeanor, you know, his style, you know, his drive. Which there isn't much of it. If you know what I'm saying. Okay. Yeah, drives himself to the liquor store. Maybe.
Does he?
I don't know.
He didn't really drink that much in the movie. Because you even see at the bar, he's like, yeah, get 2 root beers. He don't really drink.
Yeah, he drinks with Corinne not Corinne, what's her name?
Layla.
Yeah. He drinks with Layla at the apartment, and I think he drinks at the...
But there's earlier in the movie, too, where it's like, they're watching the game together, him and Rob Schneider. He's drinking a Pepsi. So, he's not much of a drinker. You could say a lot of things about him, but you can't say he's an alcoholic. I'm just saying.
That's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair.
So, don't put that on him.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, there you go.
I mean, that's something I noticed, yeah. I don't think Adam Sandler ever really plays, like, big, like, drinkers or anything like that.
He should.
He should, yeah.
He would be a good one.
I guess.
Yeah.
So, yeah, Big Daddy.
Great film.
Great movie. Do you want to look at some IMDb trivia?
Oh, you know I do.
Yeah. Let's do it. Let's do this. Oh, the first piece of trivia. You told me this one, Dylan. You told me this when we were watching it. Adam Sandler's wife, Jackie Sandler, played the waitress in the bar that gets Julian a root beer. That started a tradition of having his wife cameo in almost every Adam Sandler movie.
Oh, yeah.
You had told me that. I didn't even realize his wife.
Well, how about that?
And she's kind of a babe. So,
she's hot as fuck.
Good on you, Adam.
Oh, yeah. She has some big... You don't want to know another fun fact. And she's very beautiful. She is. She's very pretty. And I always thought she was pretty, and I never knew until today, because I was looking up some cool trivia before, that she was his lovely wife, and they're still together to this day. They were married in 2003.
Good on you, Adam.
Still together today.
Good on you,
And she is in a movie that is coming out this year. I Googled her.
What movie?
Some baseball movie.
Oh.
It was Adam Sandler baseball movie.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, it said that she cameos in his movie, so why wouldn't she be?
She sure does.
The Scuba Steve action figure in this movie is a fictional doll made up by Adam Sandler. Scuba Steve is based on a doll that Adam Sandler owned when he was a child called Diver Dan. Diver Dan can be seen briefly in the intros of another Dennis Dugan film, Problem Child.
How the crap about that?
Hey, and there's also a Scuba Steve pop figure now.
Which is epic. No, it's
It's Scuba Sam?
Scuba Sam.
So it's Adam Sandler.
It's Adam Sandler in the costume.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, because, you know.
Because of course.
Evan, you mind if I read the next one?
Mm-hmm.
While filming The Waterboy... Oh, okay.
We talked about this.
I mentioned this earlier. Basically, it's just the one where they were allotted more money because of the success of The Waterboy.
Yeah, these two... We had talked about both of these two already, yeah. This one you mentioned to me, but you didn't say it just now when we were...
They met on the set for this film, Big Daddy, Jackie Sandler and Adam Sandler. And then they went on to get married in 2003 and had 2 children together. I did just mention that.
So happy for you, Adam.
Yeah, good for him. I honestly, when I heard that he met his wife on the set of this movie, I was like, there's no way they're still together.
And they are. You were
and
wrong.
they are.
You were wrong.
I'm sorry I doubted you, Adam.
One more year, and they're going to be on their 20th anniversary of their marriage.
20th anniversary of
their marriage.
Their marriage.
Yeah, good on you, Adam. Adam Sandler provided the voice of the rollerblader who fell over a stick and yells, "Goddamn stick."
Huh.
Oh, so he did a bit of a dual role type thing.
Oh.
I see.
See, and then it foreshadows his change. That he plays the aggressor and the victim.
You're right.
And he goes on to change his ways.
You're right. Mm-hmm. That's interesting. You want to read the next one?
I actually read this one earlier, too. Basically, Dylan Cole Sprouse lost baby teeth during the movie, and they had to put in fake teeth.
Oh.
And there were particular takes where they actually fell out during the take.
Oh, and that's the one Adam Sandler references when he says, "Hey, you still missing that tooth?" At the very end of the movie.
Oh, is it?
That's what it says.
Oh. I don't remember him fucking saying that.
Alan Cover has appeared in 25 Adam Sandler movies. Who's Alan Cover?
You want to find out?
Let's see. Who is that?
Some motherfucker.
Oh, this is one of the gay lawyers.
Oh.
Yeah. His friend.
Oh, that guy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I've seen him in other shit, too.
Adam Sandler loves his friends.
He does.
He's a real one for that.
He is a real one.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I've seen him in some other shit.
And we'll be seeing him later this month.
We will be. He's in 25 Adam Sandler movies.
Perhaps multiple times. Yeah. See you later, Alan.
Near the beginning of the movie, when Sonny is arguing with his girlfriend, she makes a comment that the delivery guy's like your best friend. Rob Schneider, who plays the delivery guy, is Adam Sandler's best friend in real life.
I don't know if I believe that.
Oh, why not?
That doesn't sound right to me, but that's fine.
Why not?
Because Kevin James is Adam Sandler's best friend.
Oh, who told you that?
Adam Sandler.
Oh, okay.
No, I don't... Is that real? Like, I don't know.
Maybe.
I don't know.
They're probably pretty close. I mean...
They're probably friends.
Someone's got to keep Rob Schneider's career alive, so...
Yeah, someone's got to pay for his Netflix show.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Okay, so we mentioned this at the very beginning, so here we go. This is the last Adam Sandler comedy before founding Happy Madison Productions as founder and CEO. It is also his first movie for Sony Picture for Happy Madison Productions is located. Okay, yeah, because I didn't remember seeing the Happy Madison logo at the beginning.
Oh, so this is the last non-Happy Madison production.
Yeah. This one, we talked about that.
Which makes sense that he would form a production company after this, because this was his biggest success.
It does make sense.
How about that?
It does make sense.
May I?
Oh, you may.
I love to read, don't I? Julian, Sonny, and the delivery guy, while on the couch watching television, they were watching Columbo. Director Dennis Dugan played a detective on that very same episode.
Nice.
Very good, Dennis. You want to look at Dennis Dugan and see what else he's made, real quick?
I don't think it's going to be anything of note. More Adams.
You don't mess with the Zohan? That's a good one.
Happy Gilmore.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
You don't mess with the Zohan? You remember that one? You remember that one?
I do remember that one.
It's like Edward Scissorhands.
It is.
Yeah.
Jack and Jill. He directed Jack and Jill.
Well, that's not relevant to anything we'll do.
Grown Ups. I now pronounce you Chuck and Larry.
That one's a classic.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, like I said...
He's Adam Sandler's John Watts.
Nothing of note.
You know what I mean? I wonder...
Beverly
Hills Ninja?
Awesome.
Okay.
The Shaggy Dog 1994 TV movie.
The Shaggy Dog.
Pretty awesome.
Problem Child, Wise Guy.
Quite a career.
Ally McBeal.
Quite a career.
Yeah. So that guy sucks. Jim Carrey was considered for the role. Thank God he was not.
Oh, Jim Carrey was considered for the role of Sonny.
Thank God he was not.
I like Jim Carrey.
I would hate this movie if it was Jim Carrey.
It would be a different movie, I would think.
Yeah.
It would be a completely different movie.
And it would suck.
I like Jim Carrey. I wouldn't say it sucked. It would just be a different movie, I think.
Because
they have different brand of comedies, so...
I wouldn't like it.
Well, you haven't seen it, so who knows?
I wouldn't like it. Yeah.
I
do like Jim Carrey. But no. Adam Sandler was born to play the role.
yeah, the role of Sonny.
I'm not kidding. He's perfect in this role.
Well, because it's just him. Yeah. It's the same role he always plays.
And it's fucking great. You You get the right
Besides
director.
when he's actually acting, of course.
Well, yeah.
Acting. Like his Uncut Gems type shit.
Yeah.
Bill Murray, Jack Nicholson, Steve Martin, and Christopher Lloyd were considered for the role of Lenny Koufax. I don't even know who does play him. Who actually plays him? I have no idea.
Those all would have been distracting. I think.
So lucky it was not.
I think Christopher Lloyd probably could have pulled it off.
Jack Nicholson would have been dope. Of course, he went on to be in Anger Management together.
That movie is one of the worst movies I've ever seen. That movie sucks. Seriously. Yeah. Did I ever tell you I watched it?
You have.
I watched it like somewhat recently.
You told me that it was really bad.
Terrible movie. It was so
That's
bad.
another one my dad had on DVD.
Of course. Yeah. Not because I was like, Jack Nicholson and Adam Sandler. I've never seen this. How about that? Well, I guess I found my movie for the day.
And it wanted to spawn the TV show with Charlie Sheen, which also sucked.
Did it?
Yeah, his show after he got fired from 2.5 Men.
I didn't think those were related.
No, it's supposed to be based on the comedy with Adam Sandler and Jack Nicholson.
Huh.
Yeah.
Neither of them are in
there
it,
you
though.
go. No.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. That's one thing about Adam is, like, he never does TV, even though he does these awful movies.
He did SNL. That was TV.
But that was, like, the beginning of his career.
Yeah. Well, I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Um.
Oh, how about that? The guy Unprepared for Halloween was the director.
Yes, Dennis Dugan.
I never knew that. What?
Brie Larson provided some voices for the film's ADR loop group. The Brie Larson? What the fuck? That's interesting.
Wait, she was born in 89? You know who she was, probably? Maybe she was, like, the girl in the classroom going, like, ew.
No, it says voices for the film's ADR loop group.
What's that?
I don't know. But I don't think she was actually one of, like, the kids in the movie.
Provided some voices for the film's ADR loop group. What is a loop group?
I don't know.
I think that means she was in the movie, because why would it be...
No, she did the ADR. She did the voice. It's probably like a group of kids or something.
Background noise?
Yeah,
Yeah,
something like that.
yeah.
Do you want to look at spoiler trivia?
Wait, one moment.
Mm-hmm.
Go up, okay, tick. Yeah, it's good. Those suck. There's only 2 spoiler ones.
Let's look at the spoiler trivia. Adam Sandler was actually in tears during
during the scene where Julian gets taken away from him. I mean, and can you blame him?
Yeah, no, you can't.
It's a very heavy, emotional scene, and he carries the scene well. He plays the scene well.
You're right.
And the whole scene is heartbreaking. There's that beautiful shot of their hands being pulled apart. It's a beautiful scene, really.
During the courtroom scene where everyone's calling their fathers, Mr. Hurley can be seen praying. So his father is dead.
That's fucked up. Wait, who's Mr. Hurley?
That was the drunk guy.
Oh, that's fucked up.
He actually killed his dad, I think.
Yeah. Huh. Maybe that's why he, like, drinks to, like, deafness, like, every day. You know? What, did we miss any good ones? Because there was a lot. These suck. Yeah, Chris Farley had a lot of work before he died. You know?
Yeah.
He had a lot of work lined up for him.
People liked him.
Yeah.
People liked him. But he's dead, so.
Well, yeah.
Rest in peace.
He can't be in no movies. God rest his soul.
God rest his soul.
God rest his soul. But yeah, there was all those SNL guys that, like, popped off. Like, huge.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like Eddie Murphy, Adam, classic Adam, Bill Murray.
I don't think Eddie Murphy was in SNL.
Yeah, he was.
No, he wasn't.
Yes, he was.
I don't think he was.
Yeah.
Was he? You might be right. Let me look it up. Murphy. SNL. Oh no, you're right. He was SNL. I didn't think he was.
Yeah.
I apologize for questioning your SNL knowledge.
I think people associate him more with, like, Raw. Like Eddie Murphy.
That's what
Raw.
I would, because that's what I felt like, his stand-up.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking.
But people, you know, the pipeline.
Yeah.
The stand-up comedy to blockbuster movie star pipeline.
Okay.
You know, stand up, SNL, you know, and then you get more jobs.
But yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was like, oh, stand up comedian.
But it's because Raw is like one of the most famous, you know, stand up specials of all time. So I think people associate him more with that.
Well, thank you, Adam Sandler. And
thank you, Adam Sandler. This was a great movie.
Yeah, it was good.
And this movie, I'll tell you what, Evan, this movie enriched my life over the years. This movie makes me want to be a father one day, you know.
Oh.
I think the movie, we didn't really mention this, but in general, I think the movie does a good job of, like, the ebb and flow of their relationship, you know. Because at first he is like, oh, you know, I had a fun day with him. Like, we went and drank root beer and watched football, you know. And then, you know, the next day he has to deal with the realities of being kind of a parent.
Yeah, I did like that.
Bed, he pukes and, you know, all that stuff.
You won't leave him alone.
You won't leave him alone. And then it kind of, you know, goes back to being fun, where he lets him do whatever he wants, and then the consequences of that when he's at school. And then, you know, I feel like there was a good rhythm to it.
I agree.
And there was a good sense of, like, them both learning things from each other.
I agree.
It's a good movie.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
I liked it. It's a good movie.
So.
Or I do like it, I should say.
I give this film a 3 out of 3 fathers.
Nice. 3 out of 3 fathers. I give it a 6 out of 10 fathers.
That's not nearly enough. But that's all right, Evan. That's okay. I'm just glad you enjoyed it. And we came here today together.
Well, I've told you I enjoy it.
We watched it on Netflix. We shared a couple laughs.
I've said many a times that I enjoy Big Daddy.
I'm glad you do.
Yeah.
I'm glad you do.
Yeah. No, I'm offended that you're questioning whether I like Big Daddy or not.
Well, because, you know, when there's good movies such as, you know, Shazam, such as, you know, Big Daddy, you know, it's questionable as to whether you like them. So.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
You know, I don't know. You never know. But I'm just happy that you agree with me on this one. And that you like it.
I told you.
I'm just saying.
But you're acting like it's a surprise. I've said for many years that I enjoyed Big Daddy.
Well, we've never talked about it at length.
I'm sure we have.
Not really.
We talk about I enjoy Big Daddy.
We just send all right memes. Like, we've done that a few times over
But
the
I
years.
said, oh, Big Daddy's a good movie. Multiple times.
Well, here we sat down. We talked. We discussed it. We dissected it. And your assertions hold true.
Yeah.
Okay? And we're here, and we've proven that this movie is at least an 8 out of 10.
Despite all the criticisms.
Mathematically, you know. Because for me, it's a 10. For you, it's a 6.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So mathematically, it's an 8, at least.
I guess you're right.
So, yeah. But thank you for watching.
Thank you.
RNS Podcast. Please ignore my voice cracks and various things such as that. Evan, is there anything you'd like to tag on or add or end with?
More Adam Sandler content coming this month.
Coming real soon.
We're not even halfway done yet.
We're
only a quarter of the way in, okay?
Oh, man.
Some more Adam Sandler
We
content
got some work to do, buddy. We got some work to do.
Yeah.
Evan, would you say this is the funniest movie we've reviewed?
No.
What's the funniest one?
There are definitely movies I think are funnier than this. I think Buffalo 66 is a funnier movie than this.
I don't know about that.
In my opinion.
I don't know. This is the greatest movie ever made.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
But, Evan, can we give a hint for next week?
No.
You give a little taste.
No.
Little...
You'll find out next week.
Bye. Just a little hint.
Goodbye. No hints. You're coming, and you'll listen to it.
Okay.
Goodbye.
Bye.